So a lot of you guys have been sending in a lot of clips for my different types of series that I do on the channel, and a lot of you guys sent in fails and like glitches in FIFA 19 in general, so I couldn't use them in a career mode video, so I thought, what am I going to do with all these stuff? Put them in a video. So that's what we got today. FIFA 19 is broken. If you enjoy the video, remember to leave a thumbs up for me. Let's get to 500 likes. And if you're new around here and you want to see more of this type of content, hit the subscribe button today and the notification bell, and you won't miss anything. So this is sort of a test series. I'm not sure if you're going to enjoy it. So this is just episode 1. If it goes well, we'll do an episode 2. I guess if you want to see episode 2, send in your stuff. You know what to do. Instagram, Twitter, and I'll be happy to take a look. So let's take a look at the first clip. This one was sent in by Daniel, and he says the keeper has made a huge mistake here. The guy takes a shot. The ball looks like it's going out. It is sort of going out, but it goes and hits the keeper on the side of his leg or something, his right leg, and then the ball, because of that deflection, makes its way into the back of the net. So the keeper should have done much better there, and this is definitely something that should not be happening in FIFA 19. When you think of straight red cards in football, you think of the dirtiest tackles, the dirtiest players in the game, but in FIFA 19 it's a different story. Oscar sent in this clip where he was chasing a guy and he just tugged on the shirt a little bit. The ref called for the foul and he gave him a straight red card, as you can see. Now this was in division rivals, so it was online. I don't know, maybe the ref thought because he was the last man, sort of, he stopped the goal scoring opportunity, but I still think it's a little bit soft, you know. It's not really the worst of offences, but I'm not sure what the rule book says about this sort of situation, so if you know anything about it, leave a comment down below. This one comes in from Hugo. He says that there's an error with the journey. Currently in the Champions League results page, he saw that Valencia played against Barcelona in the group stages. You can see there, the game happened on Tuesday the 25th of September, which would have been a group stage game based on the real world calendar dates. And this should not be happening because in the official rulebook for the Champions League it says, once the playoffs have been completed, the 32 remaining clubs are drawn into 8 groups of 4. Clubs from the same association cannot be drawn into the same group, which means 2 teams from England should not be in the same group together, or 2 teams from Spain, which is Barcelona and Valencia, should not be in the same group. But it seems like EA does not really care about the Champions League rulebook. This one was sent in by Sandwich, and it appears that Caspar, the friendly ghost, is now in FIFA 19 disguised as official linesmen and referees. As you can see, they're shaking hands, and De Gea there, I don't know what he's doing, but he's shaking the air. And of course, the referees were supposed to be in that position, but for some reason they've disappeared. I don't know where they are, but yeah, it's pretty ridiculous looking at this clip. So there appears to be lineup confusions in FIFA 19. This clip was sent in by Riascos14, and this is a Real Madrid lineup, you know, before the game starts. And it starts off pretty well with the defensive line, everything is correct, and then it just becomes a mess from there. So we're going to take a look at each row one by one, starting with the defenders. You see Marcelo's there, Ramos, Varane, Carvajal, all nice and correct. And then there's Casemiro, number 14, and they're using his image in the lineup as well, which is good. So far, so good. Next up, we're supposed to have Modric and Chrigz. And in the number 10 image for Modric is Toni Kroos, and in the number 8 image for Toni Kroos is Isco. So this is where it starts to go a little bit sour. The game is starting to get confused. And then we move up to the next row of players, which is just Isco on his own there. And instead of putting a photo of Isco, the game put a photo of Gareth Bale. And then the last line is Benzema and Bale, the 2 strikers for Real Madrid. And for Benzema, they use a photo of Modric. And for Gareth Bale, they used a photo of Benzema. So this looks pretty funny. It looks a bit weird, to be honest, because it doesn't match up. The face doesn't match up with the name. But I guess anything is possible in FIFA 19. And this next clip was sent in by Mohammed. He sent this one in because he believes that this was definitely offside and the game made a huge mistake. So let's take a look at the clip. He lines it up nicely for us, as you can see. To me, I think that is offside. The guy is just a little bit in front of the defender. And yeah, for me, I would call that offside. I don't see any of the other defenders behind the striker, so for me, it's offside. But the game lets him celebrate. As you can see, the linesman doesn't care. He's like, I want to go home, let's play on. And let me know what you think about this one. But for me, I think this is a clear offside. Now, I believe in FIFA 19, the referee brings the match ball onto the pitch. But in this one, sent in by Liam, he says that the match ball was just sitting there on the halfway line before the game started. So there's another clip there. It was a Europa League game. So I managed to recreate the situation, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So I'm using a Europa League game in career mode. I'm not sure if it works with Premier League games and stuff. But as the game does its opening introductions, just pause the thing using the normal pause button. Go to the dashboard here where you can do team management and stuff. But you got to wait a few seconds because this will disappear. and you'll be able to see the actual ball sitting on the middle of the field. So as you can see, the ball's just sitting there, and obviously this doesn't make sense, because if the referee's bringing out the ball, how come the ball's just there on the middle of the field? And you might say, well, maybe the referee doesn't bring the ball out for Europa League games, but we'll fast forward a little bit until the referee comes out, and there you go. So the referee is supposed to bring out the ball, but for some reason, if you pause the game before the actual match day introduction starts, you will see the match ball just sitting in the middle of the field, which is a stupid bug, but it's there. So if you've been playing FIFA for a long time, you will know that sometimes things just don't work with the mechanics of the game, and some player animations are a little bit stupid. In this case, there's a clip from Alfie, and he shows his player dislocating pretty much his whole leg just to try and control the ball there. It's so funny to look at. Sometimes this just happens, like you can't explain it. Sometimes FIFA works, sometimes FIFA doesn't. It's just how the mechanics of the game works. Let's take a look at the clip again. The ball's coming to the guy, and he does some wonky animation with his leg there, and he didn't control the ball. So this is something that's been a part of many FIFA games now, and it gets annoying when you're playing and you notice this. I think it's called clipping, but I'm not sure if it actually is. But you can see this clip from Shane. The ball hits his foot, but then it goes straight through his shin, like his shin was transparent. And obviously, if you're going for a volley, this is extremely annoying, because you can't connect with the ball. Even as I play FIFA 19 myself, I do notice clipping. It's really annoying, to be honest, but it's always been a part of the game. You can see even FIFA 17 clips where there's clipping on YouTube. It's just part of the game. Now this one has to be one of the best ones in the episode. This one was sent in by Huzaifa. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Gareth Bale has an invisible torso in FIFA 19. As you can see, you can completely see the grass. He is completely transparent in the torso area. All you can see basically is his undies, his thighs, and then he's wearing his boots with the socks as well. So this is so funny to look at. It kind of reminds me of Trevor from GTA 5. I don't know why, but the first time I saw it, it just reminded me of him. If you played Grand Theft Auto, maybe you feel the same way, but completely ridiculous stuff in this game. This one was sent in by Game Rage Palito. He says that in his game, the players were shaking hands during the national anthem, which should not be happening. They should be standing there, and then they should shake hands after the anthems were played. So I want you guys to take a look at this clip. So hopefully you could hear the anthem being played in that clip there, and you could see the players shaking hands. Now, I'm going to show you what should be happening. I'm going to try and recreate it, but obviously I'm going to have generic Brazilian players, because I think he was doing career mode when that happened. It's going to be Brazil versus USA. I'm going to show you exactly what should happen. So that is what's supposed to happen. Usually the players just stand there. They should not be shaking hands during the anthems, but this was one of those cases where there was a bug. This next photo was sent in by Benoit, and when I read your name out, it reminded me of Chris Benoit, the WWE wrestler. But anyway, let's take a look at the image here. Lineup confusion part 2. Manchester City this time. As you can see, Edison in goals. And we have Kyle Walker right back, Otamendi, Laporte, Mendy. No issues there. This is where it starts to get messy. We have Kevin De Bruyne, number 17, and they've used the image of Bernardo Silva. And then we have Bernardo Silva, number 20, and they've used an image of Kevin De Bruyne. And David Silva looks okay to me there, number 21. Then up front we have Sterling on the right, and they've used an image of Leroy Sané. And then we have Aguero up top, and they've used an image of Sterling. And then we have Leroy Sané on the left, and they've used an image of Aguero. So it's all over the place, again, just like the Real Madrid one. I haven't actually noticed this myself, but I don't really sit there and look at the lineups, to be honest. So there's this little kit issue when you go to the kit selector in career mode or normal kickoff mode as well. If you change the kits too quickly between home and away, sometimes it'll glitch out and you can get like a home jersey on an away kit and stuff like that. If you look at the clip I've provided, Bellerin is wearing the Arsenal home jersey when he should be wearing the away jersey. And if you're wondering if it goes into the game like that, I'm going to take a look now. So it turns out that they don't actually go into the game with the home jersey. It would have been cool, I guess, and if kit customization was in the game, you could do something like that, but it's just a bug when you select the kits. It doesn't really affect in-game. So those were most of the bugs and glitches you guys told me about that are currently in FIFA 19. I don't know if I'm going to do a part 2, depends on how well this video goes, but